that effect, that's awesome. Oh man, wow. Hello, and welcome to an honest walkthrough and review of Concussion Drums by the Crowhill Company. Quick disclaimer, the Crowhill Company did send this over for me to review, but my opinions are my own. I gain nothing financially from you buying this, and as I said, this is a completely honest review from my perspective. Take it for what you will. Anyway, what I love so much about this product, not only is it a decent price for what you're getting, but it combines two worlds: the world of orchestral percussion instruments and the more extravagant, weird and wonderful kit drums, and then some electric little bits and bobs that you can do with this as well. And in all honesty, it's quite a fun and innovative product, and I feel in this review we're barely going to have time to scratch the surface of what this product can really do. For a start, I think there's over 1,000 parameters, which is just absolutely nuts, and the customization on this is crazy. Yes, out of the box it will sound awesome. There is, well, I'll show you, let's jump into the product, so many presets. If we click here, you've got playground, you've got multi-menus, ensembles, templates, tonal, single, and there you can see there's an ensemble, multi-menu, single, template. It's crazy. 3 mic positions, and the close is a really nice close. Normally percussion closes aren't the best. I can guarantee that this close sounds epic and awesome. What I love is the layout. It's so simple and yet so complex at the same time. This is the main menu. Over here you have 8 different channels, tracks, whatever you want to call them, patch bays, I guess, where you can stick up to 8 different sounds. You can see up here 1 to 8, and you can see there as well how many sounds there really are, from kit to concert to traditional, cymbals, metal, attic, strings. Really random, but there's strings in this, and even then kit, well, how many kicks do we have? Kick A, kick B, kick C, snares. There's so much content, and we will quickly flick through all the sounds in this library, but that doesn't give it justice because of the things you can do with this. And up here you'll notice some really cool and wonderful effects. You can see the kind of the color here to activate them. They are velocity sensitive, or you can control them via dynamic. You can also affect that curve up here, add some noise. Let's keep going. You've got this beautiful window, and as I said, there's 8 different bays, and you can mix everything separately. There's volume there. There's a really cool panning and stereoization effect there as well. And option, was it command? It's option click resets that on the Mac. There's this augmentation, or augment is what they call it, thing as well, which adds like a synth layer to it. Pitch shift and focus. There's a whole thing up here. You can pick the range. We've only got the toms activated. You can see the range there. I can make that longer, make that smaller if I really want to as well. You can see that's affecting that. And you can map it to pitch as well, or have the pitch completely turned off using this bit here. The align is pre-delay. There's so much stuff with this, and it's awesome, honestly. And if we go a step further as well, filter, air, sub, push, click, boom. You can send it out to different channels, so you don't have to use the internal stuff as well. Effects, drive, delay, space. Now that is what sends you to this channel over here, the effects, where you've got this really cool delay that I want to send stuff through this just to use this delay because it's so customizable. You've got this volume, pan, filter, and you can see 1 to 8 steps. You can change, of course, timings on the delay as well, repeats, tone, return, a whole reverb control there, color reflection, a nice compressor over there as well. This is such a cool and versatile plugin, and for an introductory price of £129, even £200 full price, I feel what you're getting is well worth that. My mouth is dry from all the talking. I apologize. Let's jump into some sounds. I just want to completely reset that actually, because I know I've been touching a load of stuff. So let's, without further ado, go through the behemoth of sounds that this library has. We will just start from the top, go for the kicks, and go from there, I guess. My hands are hurting. That is so much content. The strings are really, really random. But I did watch the walkthrough that Christian Henson did. I think it was a personal request for him to add the strings and that you can use them in a percussive way. But still, these are not the focus, in all honesty. These sounds are awesome. And they've done such a great job of just putting everything in one place. I feel like this is going to replace like 3 or 4 libraries for me. I'm definitely going to be reaching for some of these concert ones, like absolutely nuts. What was it like? No, I think it was traditional actually. The djembe. Whew. Like some really cool sounds, and I can't even pronounce that. And of course you can combine them, have, well, maybe those on one, and then maybe have these mids on another, and then we're going to go over here and put these lows. We need to extend these and actually turn them on as well. And then just put C0, because I love the flexibility of this library. It just opens up so many possibilities, and I feel like I'm going to spend more time programming and putting stuff in than actually playing. The dynamic layers are there, the round robins are there. It's such a cool, epic sound. And we've just looked at the sounds, let alone all the effects and the mic positions, which we are now going to look at. So this is your close. Why not? We're going to leave it with this really fun selection that we've done. The bass on that, and that is the close mic. Normally this is a very dead microphone with percussion, but the way they've mixed these, I can't fault it. That's such a close and epic sound. And I'm just going to make sure we have no reverb on as well. We've got a bit of space there. Let's make sure that's turned off on that. Such a cool sound. So that's close. Let's go with them wide now. The difference in that. Oh, that's so cool. And the uniqueness, that's exactly what I want with mic positions. I want them to sound different. Too often do they just sound too similar. Wow, just that effect, that's awesome. Oh man, wow. Wow. 3 very unique mic positions, 3 really cool mic positions that affect the sound so much. Just wow. And again, for the price, the introductory price, £129, I'd pay triple for this. Wow, this is crazy cool. The next thing I really want to show you is these really cool effects up here. So this is just your standard sound, but if you start hitting some of these up here, and if you hover over, they will tell you what they do. So there you go. You've got distortion, delay. It tells you exactly what it is as well. Whatever that is, derez, slam, delay trip, freeze, slam A, again a filter. There's lots of crazy effects that as I hit, again it will tell you what is going on. Distortion. And you can stack. Oh, a slap. Just yikes. The compressor on that is nuts. Right, what's next? What plugin has all of this in one? I feel like I could put this in an orchestral piece, this plugin, and just use something more from, you know, the concert. We've got our standard toms, hammer, tenor drum, just things you traditionally use, some nice cymbal crashes as well. But at the same time, I feel like I could put this in like a dubstep piece as well, use some of these cool effects, some of these metals, even these random attic stuff. There's a plant pot and a PVC pipe in there as well. Like, that's such a cool collection of sounds. It's unbelievable. And those mic positions, I can't stop raving about those. Anyway, that's all the funky effects, and you can add a bit of noise. I'll show you what that is as well. So that's your sound. And if we add noise, it's essentially all that stuff they normally take out of the samples. They've allowed you to put it back in as well. That is what that is. Moving on, I want to start veering off into the crazy and wild now, and with all these different effects and stuff that we can do in the background, especially since we've got 4 tracks on the go here. So again, you can sort out your basic panning is right there, but at the same time you can do some funky stereo things to it as well. And if we actually turn off these tracks, just so you can hear this sort of effect this has. Really cool, very intuitive. Augment. Just hear that high end, but essentially it's just a synthesizer they're layering on top of it, and it's unique to every sound as well. So if we turn that one off and turn this one on, it'll be a different sort of a sound. Right. And we'll stay with this one for a moment as well. So this essentially ties it to pitch. So if we turn that on and put that to 100%, you'll notice it'll all sound tonal. Yeah, in a bad way, but still, if we put that on 0, or actually just turn it completely off, not tonal at all. Very handy tool to have. Align, that's a bit of pre-delay, so if you want to add that initial whoosh of them before they're hitting the drum, that alignment can be added as well. So at 0 you'll have a tighter sound, at 100 a looser sound but a more realistic sound. Let's leave it roughly where they had it, about 20 I think, or whatever. Let's leave it about there. Pitch only goes down 6 semitones, I believe, and up enough for it to work well without breaking. I like the fact they did that. Focus. Feels like a frequency thing. Yeah, you can hear it on the top end. Like that. It does kind of boost the treble a bit, I feel. Volume, I'm not touching that knob. Now let's move into this patch. So much content. Sub, actually, we're going to go a little bit backwards because who doesn't love a good sub? I hope you've got a decent pair of headphones on because nice bit of bass there. Filter, it is a standard filter. So you can get rid of that low end or just high cut, low cut, standard filter. Leave that on 0, or I guess it's option click to reset. Love that. Bit of air, boosting that treble. Nice. And well, we've got effects, 2 lots of effects there. Click. Push. Bloom. And of course, you can route it out, as I said earlier. Mute, solo. It's endless. Drive. You can really hear that. Delay. This will send it to the effects unit, and so will space. So without further ado, space, delay, and some smash. Now, just so you can hear, we'll go backwards again. With no smash, this is your sound. With smash, it just adds that little bit of just makes it more punchy, which I really liked about it's their free one, it's their Vault. They did a drum, and I think they had like a smash on that. Beautiful bit of compression, great for drums, and that's a really handy one, which personally, I'm going to leave it where it is. Let's go on to our reverb, very standard reverb. We've got space on there. Let's max it out a little bit so you can actually hear it. Some color and reflection. It's all you need for drums. Very flexible. You can already hear that delay that we've left on as well, or turned on a little bit, but we'll put that to the extreme just to show you what this can do. Grey means it's off. Semi-green means it's half on. Full green means it's fully on 100%. So 50%, 0%. Makes sense? You can hear it go anyway. We'll put that on full. Do something more funky. Do something funky with a panning. Let's just go nuts and do something funky. I love this plugin so much. It's just a ball of fun. We've got to add these in as well. Bit too much. But so intuitive and so easy to use. I'd almost want them to release like a standalone delay. This is such a cool feature and such a fun feature just to play with. This whole plugin, it feels like a playground. And I know they described it, imagine a playground built from the ground up for music makers who like to punish their listeners. It's just a playground of sounds. It's colors, it's fun, it's inviting, it's easy, I feel, to use, and for people to have no idea what they're doing, to dive in and just mess around and have fun, or just go for a default and get one of the sounds that they've already made up for you. So look at one of their ensemble patches quickly and go back to the main menu so you can kind of see what's going on. Oh, there you go. Tonal. You got some tonal stuff there as well. Yeah, your strings. What pits got. Don't feel like I'm going to be using the strings really for this, although it might be an intro. I like the col leg note. Let's make one. So you could do that as well. Honestly, what a fun plugin, and so much you can do. It's definitely my favorite one they've released so far, and at that price tag, the introductory price tag, I cannot rave enough about it. This, to me, is going to be replacing the Spitfire Percussion library, which I rave a lot about in terms of percussion. I use it for everything. Sadly, it's no longer available on its own. It's part of the Spitfire Audio Studio Orchestra or something like that. But this, for just drums and epicness, I'm not going to have to stack multiple weird things to achieve something I can do just with this, with 8 different channels, or whatever you want to call them, patches of just pure bassy drums, and of course mix it to your liking. The mic positions, wow, I just kind of speechless about them. They've done something here which is just perfection in terms of mic positions. Anyway, again, I feel I've barely scratched the surface, but hopefully you've at least heard all the raw sounds that are in there and the potential effects that you can apply to them as well. But I've hoped you've enjoyed this video. I know it's a bit of a long one, but could not be helped with the quantity of stuff that we have to get through. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.